Ang number po is beside the slide. Nandun po sa slide mismo ang number. So please look for slide number 57. That is the liver. Then you have slide number 22. That is your skeletal muscle. Slide number 12. That is your compact bone. Slide number 93. That is your spinal cord. And then slide number 33, which is the skin. Thin skin. Did you get that?
Did you get that?
7,
5, 7,
22, 93, 12, 33. Alright. Now, when you draw, that is the one that we're going to check. When you draw, beside each drawing, I would like you to indicate the following criteria. Parenchyma. That's the first one. Parenchyma, or the principal cell of the organ mentioned. The shape of the cell. The arrangement of the cells. The number of nucleus. And the last criterion, the location of nucleus. Again, 1, parenchyma. 2, shape of cell. 3, arrangement of cells. 4, number of nucleus of each cell. And 5, location of the nucleus. Are we clear? I want to see those criteria and the answer to each beside the drawing. That will help you in reviewing the slide. Alright. The first slide I said is 57. This is the liver. Be familiar with the liver because you will be using it forever. Maya-maya, may liver. So this is how the liver looks like on scanner view. You don't have that magnificated objective. This is only 4 times the image. I just like to show you how it looks like. How your slide looks like. This is the liver. Alright? Now let's study it under low power. That is low power view of your liver. So all of these structures, these are all the cells of the liver. Alright. Let's look at it under high power. This is the best way to study the cell on high power objective. Okay. There you go. All these dots actually represent the nuclei of each liver cell or nucleus of the cell. Okay, I'd like to look for a good one. Okay. Anyway, the parenchyma or principal cell is called liver cell, or more precise, the hepatocyte. Ayan po. The entire thing from this point to this point over here is a hepatocyte. Okay? And there you go, you can see the nucleus. What is the shape, by the way, of each cell? It's really not so distinct in this picture. You may look it up in some pictures in the books. These are actually polyhedral, many-sided, polyhedral or polygonal. So the shape of the cell is polyhedral or polygonal. What is the arrangement of the cells? Notice that the cells are one after the other in a single row. And that is why we describe the arrangement as in chords. Chords, no H, C-O-R-D-S. Chords. Pag may H yan, mali, ha? In chords, in chains, or in rows. Now, we're very particular about the spelling. Wrong spelling, wrong. So, practice your spelling. There you go. This is a hepatocyte. It's arranged in rows, and it's polygonal or polyhedral in shape. How many nucleus do you see at that pointer per cell? Diba? Sabi ko, this is the entire cell from this point to this point. How many nucleus do you see? Room 403. 1. You don't tell me 1. The answer is mononucleated. However, take note that there are cells like this. I'd like to look for a good one. Anyway, this one here. This is the cell from this point to just this point above. So how many nucleus do you see for this cell? Huh? Room 402? How many? 402? 2. So therefore, it's also binucleated. So the answer for the liver is actually mononucleated and or binucleated. When we ask you this question in the exam, you do not answer mononucleated alone nor binucleated alone. It has to be complete. Mononucleated and binucleated or binucleated as well. Has to be complete, or else we'll make it wrong. Where do you find the nucleus? Huh? In relation to the whole cell, where do you find the nucleus? Room 403. At the center. So we say central in location. Location, central. So again, 402, what is the parenchyma? What is the organ? 403. Liver. Shape, 402. Ang hina yata sumagot ng 402. Sigaw niyo. Ha? Very good. Arrangement, 403. Very good. Number of nucleus, 402. Alright. And 403, what is the location of the nucleus? Very good. Let's move on to the next slide. Next slide is number 22. That is your skeletal muscle. So again, this is scanner view. This is how it looks like on 4 times magnification. And this is on low power. There you go. That is low power magnification. And of course, this is high power magnification. Alright. Can you see those lines running across? Yan po mga tiny lines na yan. That is the clue that you are in a striated muscle, like your skeletal muscle. These are your striations. So if you see this, you know you are in your skeletal muscle or cardiac muscle for that matter. But for our purposes, for the meantime, pag nakakita kayo ng striation, ang sagot, skeletal. Are we clear? Now, as you can see, the cell is quite long. It's elongated and it's tubular in shape. That is why we say that the shape of this cell is actually cylindrical. The ends do not taper, instead they are blunt ends. Blunt, B-L-U-N-T, ends, E-N-D-S. Cylindrical with blunt ends. That is the shape. By the way, what is the parenchyma? Of course, this is your skeletal muscle cell, or more precisely, skeletal myocyte. Myocyte. That is the parenchyma. Skeletal muscle cell or skeletal myocyte. Shape again, cylindrical with blunt ends. How are the cells arranged? Notice they are on top of each other, and there is just this group. No? And then again, there's another group here. And that is why we say they are in bundles. That is the arrangement. Bundles, or more precisely, fascicles. F-A-S-C-I-C-L-E-S. In bundles or in fascicles. How many nucleus? These are the nucleus. Note, no? Located at the sides. No? Nasa periphery. And as you can see, there are more than one. Ayan, mas maganda po yung dito. Hence, we say that your skeletal muscle is multinucleated. The cell is multinucleated. And as I said, the nucleus are at the sides, hence we describe this as peripheral or eccentric. Peripheral or eccentric in location. Again, 402, what is the organ?
Skeletal muscle.
Huh?
Skeletal muscle.
Skeletal muscle. 403, what is the parenchyma? Skeletal muscle cell or skeletal myocyte. What is the arrangement of the cells? 402.
In bundles or
Huh?
fascicles.
Arrangement.
In bundles or fascicles.
Bundles or in fascicles. 403, what is the shape of the cell? Cylindrical with blunt ends. 402, where are the nuclei? Peripheral or eccentric. How many nucleus? 403. Multinucleated. So that is, in summary, your skeletal muscle cell. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide is number 93. This is your spinal cord. Now, this is one of the organs that is best seen under scanner. It's really nice to look at this under the scanner. This is the entire organ on cross-section. There we go. As you can see, it's parang butterfly in shape, no? The structure inside, but it's relatively oblong. No? The entire structure on cross-section is relatively oblong. In some specimens, it's even round. Okay. Now notice, no? This is the center of the spinal cord. For orientation purposes, you can actually identify a hole at the center. That is what you call your central canal. In relation to that, notice that the tissue within has two colors. This portion here is lighter in color, whereas this portion here is darker. So darker and lighter in color. The lighter colored portion is white matter, whereas the darker portion is gray matter. The parenchyma is found in the gray matter. So look for your parenchyma in this portion. Alright. So as I said, this is your scanner. Let's look at this under low power. These are the parenchyma, these large cells. Yan po, yung mga malalaking yan. These are the parenchyma of your spinal cord. We call this neurons or nerve cells. This is the parenchyma. Neuron or nerve cell. Alright? Let's look at this one. Very nice specimen. Let's look at it under high power. Notice that the cell has many processes. There's one over here, or projections, that one. Another one here. There you go. Another one at this area. There's another process or projection at this point. And another projection at that point. Which makes the cell star-shaped. But the more correct term is stellate. It's the shape. Stellate shape. Ayoko makakita star shape, ha? Kailangan stellate. Use the correct term. S-T-E-L-L-A-T-E. Stellate. Now, notice, alright, let's look at these others. Can you see an arrangement to these cells? For O2, arrange ba itong mga cells na to? Meron dito, meron dito, meron dito, tapos biglang meron dito. Do you see an arrangement for O2? None. That is why we say the arrangement is at random or haphazard. Random or haphazard arrangement. This is the nucleus of the cell. That one, the light-colored round structure. That is the nucleus. How many nucleus do you see? One. So, ano ulit alam na how many nucleus? For O3? Mononucleated. What is the location of your nucleus for O2? Huh? Central. Very good. What I'd like you to notice is this dark structure inside the nucleus. This is an example of a prominent nucleolus. That is a nucleolus. And because of the presence of the nucleolus within the nucleus, it gives the cell or the nucleus what we call the fish eye appearance. Fish eye, mukhang mata ng isda. Fish eye appearance. That is a characteristic feature of your neuron. So again, for O2, what is the organ? Huh? For O3, parenchyma. Neuron or nerve cells. For O2, how many nucleus? Mononucleated. For O3, what is the arrangement of the cells? Random or haphazard. For O2, where is the location of the nucleus?
Central.
Central. For O2, what is the characteristic appearance of the cell?
Fish eye.
Huh?
Fish eye appearance.
Fish eye appearance. Very good. So that is slide number 3. Let's move on to slide number 4. And that is your compact bone. Hindi lang bone, ha? Specifically,
What number?
compact bone. Organ, compact bone. Now, when you look at the compact bone, some of you may have a cardboard backing of the specimen. And you might actually be looking into that. This is the cardboard backing. Baka yun ang titignan nyo, wala kayo makikita. So you try just move it around. And you will find the tissue. This is the tissue. Oh, ayan. Diba? May mga bilog-bilog po dyan. Hindi po yan ang cell. Okay, this is scanner. This is what you call your conversion system. Never mind that. We'll go into that later on. So, scanner po ito. Let's look at this under low power. Best to study low power again in high power. Yan, that is the picture of a beautiful compact bone arrangement of cells. There is a center, no? From this point to this point is the unit structure of a compact bone. From this point to this point, from this point to this point. Yan po. So that is the unit structure. We call that the osteon or the conversion system. At the center is this round, dark thing. We call that the conversion canal. Arranged around the canal are these black dots. Can you see those black dots? They are arranged in a ring. These are actually spaces. We call them lacuna. And in the lacuna, that is where you find your osteocyte. So yun po ang parenkima natin, osteocyte or bone cell. Bone cell or osteocyte. So again, how do we see your osteocytes arranged? The osteocytes in the lacuna arranged. We call this concentric arrangement. Concentric arrangement. Let's look at this under high power. Ayan po. So as I was saying, each one of these dark things is a lacuna. And you are supposed to know that there are osteocytes inside. However, you cannot see the osteocytes. Suffice to say that they are stellate in shape. It's difficult to see them. No? Kasi po, meron na po silang hard matrix. We'll look into that later on. Anyway, as I was saying, these are lacuna. These are spaces with osteocytes inside. Stellate in shape, mononucleated, with central located nucleus. Again, the organ, 402, compact bone. 403, ano po ang parenkima? Osteocytes or your bone cells. 402, shape of cell. Stellate. 403, number of nucleus, mononucleated. 402, location of nucleus. Huh? Central. What is the arrangement of cells? 402.
Concentric.
Concentric. At wala sumasagot sa 402. Concentric. Okay, lakas-lakasan yung medyo bilis ni mama. Alright, so those are the things you have to study regarding the
Concentric.
Last slide.
Central. The
Last slide is the skin.
arrangement.
The organ is the skin. However, we're just going to study a particular layer of the skin. Just a single layer of the skin. If you remember, the skin has two layers. You have your epidermis and you have your dermis. So today, we're just going to study the epidermis. Yan. Ito po lang part na to. Yung po nasa dulo. Or if you are looking at this point, from that point to that point. Yan lang po ang aaralin niyo ngayon. That is the epidermis. Below this, from that point to way below is dermis. So yan lang epidermis, ha? So that is scanner. This is low power. Again, ano lang aaralin natin? Ito lang from this point to that point. Okay, that is epidermis. Let's look at this under high power. Alright. The characteristic cell is actually that one that is outermost. These are actually dead cells. We call them keratinocytes. Keratinocytes, or of course, epidermal cell. They are squamous or flat-shaped. Squamous cells. No? The outermost layer is the characteristic cell. It's flat. Here, medyo mamatay pa lang, and you can still see nucleus. If we ask you the arrangement of the cells, as you can see, they are one on top of the other, but they are not in bundles. This is what we call sheet. S-H-E-E-T-S. Sheets. Hindi ship. Sheets. It's the arrangement of the cells. Parenchyma, keratinocytes. Arrangement, sheets. Shape of cell, squamous. How many nucleus per cell? Can you see that? Ha? Ilan po nucleus ng cell na yan? Mononucleated. And location? Ano pong location? 403. Central. So again, what is the organ? 402? What layer are we in? 403? What is the parenchyma? 402? What is the shape of cells? 403?
Squamous.
What is the arrangement of cells? 402? Number of nucleus? 403.
Mononucleated.
Location of nucleus? 403.
Central.
Very good. Study all those slides today.
Hindi pala na-record.
Ano ang problema dyan?
I don't know what I want to do. In my